What's up, everybody? It's your favorite one good turn deserves another's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at another MechFansToys triple changer, and that is their Octane. Once again, on loan to me from Paul C. This is the last third-party piece of his on loan to me. So we're coming down the home stretch of the Paul C. care package. Love to hear it, and I do appreciate you, Paul. That being said, we're gonna get into this guy, so to speak, but in order to do so, we gotta start with accessories. He comes with his O-face, you know, it's very expressive. I prefer more subtle expressions, but if you want this, I would be curious to know who actually has this on their figure, if they have this figure. And in any figure that has a similar face, who actually is using this. I mean, I appreciate getting extra stuff. It just seems like if you're gonna give extra stuff, it should be stuff that's perhaps a little... Like, a lot of times when I get SH Fig Arts or, you know, Mayfax, I'm like, oh man, I don't know which face to use here. With this stuff, I feel like I rarely ever have that feeling. But anyway, you get it. And then he also comes with his rifle. It is sculpted well without a lick of paint, and he'll hold it just fine. The gun can also be stored on the side of the vehicle, you know, that way, or obviously with the barrel facing forward, depending on your preferences. And these ports are on both sides of the truck, so you can use, either you can have this facing up or down. And you can plug the weapon in underneath the wing in jet mode. So let's talk about the figure. I'll tell you an issue I have with him straight away. You see the problem here? The feet don't come down low enough to clear the bump on the top of his foot. So he's standing, right? No problem, we'll back out just so you know that no tricks are being played on us. You know, I wouldn't want you to think that I was trying to get one over on you. But then you see from the side that he's kind of bent over to the front. Now, if we all agree that this is standing straight, doesn't work. So that's a little frustrating. So anyway, notice that straight away. Let's continue. This head sculpt looks great. Good job. Eyes are painted red. I think the face is painted white, and the sculpt on the crest of the helmet looks good. No issues. It's on a ball peg. You get up to there, it's fair. Down to there is fair. The swivel, confused Octane look. So far, so good, right? The shoulders, also ball pegs. You get out to here, almost 90 degrees. I say we give it to them. And swivel 360. And you get a butterfly joint due to transformation, but it still works, right? So let's give it to them. Bicep swivel. Single pinned elbow gets you 90 degrees. Same for the other side. Now these biceps are hollow, once again, because they're one-piece plastic. If they were two-piece plastic, they could have sorted that out. All right, and then wrists. Do we have anything here wrist-wise? No. Okie dokie. So the wings are actually articulated as well. They do kind of lock in, and then you get a little bit of movement here, which is interesting, and I appreciate it. But you can also completely kind of move them out of your way and, you know, everything else to kind of get them where you need them to go in your display or whatever the case may be. So that's all pretty well done. Okie dokie. Moving forward. We have a waist swivel. No ab crunch, but we do have a waist swivel. We'll talk about the deco of the truck when we get to truck mode. The hips are T-jointed ball joints. They get you out to there. Forward, let's get this up. It should go a little bit further, no? Maybe not. To there, more than you'll ever need. Thigh swivel. Knee is on a single pinned joint here. Gets you 90 degrees. Ankles, no ankle tilt up. You do get an ankle tilt down. The ankle tilt up is built in, but because of this piece, it just bangs against it. And you can see it doesn't come down to a 90-degree angle. That's part of the problem. It's just slightly off. And then, of course, an ankle rocker, both at the back here and where the foot connects to the heel. So all of that works pretty well, with the exception of it standing. And there it is from the back. And these might even, you know, I guess you're supposed to have them up. But, I mean, pretty clean, right? Size comparison-wise, there he is with Iron Factory's Tarn. So pretty significant. And there he is with our usual suspects, the Iron Factory Old School Scale Blaster and the Hasbro Stunticon. All right, let's get him transformed. So open up these forearms and then tuck the old hand in. And we're going to take the waist around 360. These have to kind of come undone, but I don't think I would do it quite yet. Oh, no, you do. You have to, because you got to get the head tucked away. So open up this here. As you can see, that's where the head's going to go, but it's blocked. So in order to unblock it, you got to get the cab out, then spin the Octane head around and tuck it into the cavity there. Then these T-jointed ball joints here do drop down. So drop them both down. And then we need to form up our tires here. So spin this, then get the tires in the appropriate position, and then rotate the foot so that it kind of sits flat underneath. So same thing on this side. Around, the clowns from out of town. And then tab all this together. And the feet as well, or feet. All right, and then bring the shoulders around, and you want to rotate at the bicep so that the pins are together. Shoulders around, pins are together. Real quick correction, I had the wrong pins together. I went through and did the next step and realized that, of course, I screwed it up because I had a 50-50 chance. So you want these pins together, the bump out pins you want on the side, because you want these ports available. Now, bring down your wings, tuck them down to the side, spin like this, open up this panel here, swing this around. This will tab into there, that will tab into there. 1, 2. And actually, this should probably be down first. Okay, same for this side. Swing this down, open this panel, swing that whole piece around. 1 tab into the rear of the truck, 1 tab into the bottom where the purple bit is. All right. There we go. And tab in. Oh, well, you get the point. There it is. I'll clean it up. We'll take a look at it. And I think it's okay. Rolls like a champ. The windshield is painted nicely. The grill is painted nicely with this metallic light blue and then the metallic silver. We get a couple little details on what should be some of the fuel tanks there. You know, the transformation's fun to get to. You know, I don't know. I like a lot of these MechFansToys transformations. Like, they're kind of like fun and, I don't know, remind me of the old days of G1 toys, like, you know, where like transformations were kind of easy, you know what I mean, for lack of a better term, and didn't frustrate you too much. It could stand to be a little bit more stuck together, but still it's pretty good. And then there it is next to Tiger Tracks. All right, to get to jet mode, we got to kind of undo a lot of what we've done. So get your wings up and out of the way. You can fold these pieces back. Get your arms up and out of the way. Lift your butt flap. Spin the waist 180. And then you want to split the legs. This will fold out and then spin. And then encapsulate the leg, right? Which is kind of intuitive because you can make out the plain bits. So we're going to do the same thing here. And then spin. Encapsulate the leg. Be mindful of these arms. And start tabbing this together. The wheels you want to lay down flat, and you want to angle so they're kind of up inside, or facing up inside of, you know, towards the top of the plane. All right, now let's do the cab. bend it slightly so that you can spin it 360 and open up the sides here. Sure, a little tricky to get to. Let me use, there. Same on this side. And you got to get this piece out as well, which I can tell you is kind of a pain. Let me see if I can get that out real quick. There we go. I finally was able to get my nail in to get that out. Extend that. Bring this around and plug the wing in. And in. And then bring down your shoulders. This time back towards the bottom of the vehicle. Bring your wings down. Plug them in. And then you have a tab. 2 tabs here and there that are going to go into the sides of the arm. And same on this side. And that's it. I guess I gotta go in there. I'll clean it up. We'll take a look at it. And I mean, you know, it's cool. Like it's this section, right? Like that section is the one that always looks right on these Octanes, and then it's this section that's just always kind of thrown together. But this is done as well as I guess most are. Windows are painted nicely. You can angle the wings if you'd like. I don't know. It's okay, right? E for effort. Couple little bumps in the road here, transformation-wise, specifically getting out this tail wing out of the middle of that truck. It's a little challenging. But otherwise, I mean, you know, pretty straightforward. There it is next to Tiger Tracks. It's actually a little bit longer than he is, so to speak. Final thoughts-wise, we'll start with the negatives. The feet are the biggest issue for me here. It's just really hard for him to be balanced without leaning over because the top of the feet work against the bottom of the calves / shins, and as a result, he's not really sitting flat, or at least not squared up in a flat sense. And the way that the feet are kind of connected to the back of the tire piece and the way that that sort of hinges out and all that, like it all makes it feel a little less secure in a lot of ways, like, but I don't know. It's not bad, but I'll tell you, I think this is the weakest of the 3. I think Astrotrain is the strongest, then Blitzwing, and then this guy. I think the transformations are cool, but I think the truck mode works much better than the jet mode. The jet mode tends to kind of botch up the same part that most jet modes tend to botch up, right? At least when it comes to Octane. So yeah, this one's probably the least impressive. Positives-wise, the sculpt is still pretty good. It has kind of the basics for articulation. However, I wish I did have more at the elbows and at the knees. It has enough paint and color breakup to make it visually interesting. And the transformation sequences are still pretty fun across the board, which is saying something not only for a Legends figure these days, but also specifically for a triple changer. I'm not sure how likely it is to get an Octane from the other companies. He's not a super popular character to make, so he might be one worth picking up. It's not the worst purchase you'll ever make, but it won't be the best either. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.